Hi, yeah, it's Jackie here with the LGFA, and we're on another call today looking ahead to currentaccount.ie All Ireland Junior and Intermediate Club Finals. And I suppose the question we're asking today is, might it be a Dublin double at the weekend? Because my two guests are from Dublin clubs. Top left-hand side of my screen as we look is Jeff Kane, manager of St Judes. They play Mullinahone in the junior final on Saturday. Good to have you back again, Jeff. Good to see you. And on the bottom of my screen is Mr. Noel McStay from the St Sylvester's club in Dublin, and they play in the intermediate decider on Sunday against Castlebar Mitchels. Noel, I have to say I'm loving your background there. What is that? Where is that exactly?
That's actually the clubhouse as it stands. Brilliant. From yesterday or the day before, in the village, in the middle of the village. So there's a great atmosphere in the village at the moment. There really is. Lots of people sort of have negative vibes about COVID. Believe it or not, COVID is a positive thing, pardon the pun, because we got lots of players up. We got lots of children up, especially to see the games, and also even at the training sessions while we're training. The amount of bodies around the place is incredible, and like all the committees within the club, especially the ladies committee, the effort that they've put in over the last while, especially when we had a few home games, and like they had the entertaining with soup, sandwiches. It was just a marvelous setup.
It's magnificent, and Ireland AM were there this morning, I think, chatting to Niamh McAvoy, yeah. Derek the weatherman made an appearance, yeah. Good stuff. Jeff, big excitement in Judes as well, I presume.
Yeah, it's been a mad couple of weeks since the semi-final win against Carrick Cross, where we've trying to keep the players out of it a little bit. They look, again, like Sills, they've got committees that set up. There's flags throughout the area. There's bunting throughout the club and the area. The schools have put up pictures, and there's banners and everything. So it's just we got two players that are actually in the local primary school, so they've been made a big deal of there as well. So it's really exciting for the club. You know, it's the first ever for us. So we're really jumping into it, you know, and enjoying it, and the players themselves are just loving it, you know. So hopefully Saturday we can get over the line.
Yeah, it should be a cracking game, one we're looking forward to immensely. Jeff, I meant to ask you the last day, and there is a hint in the background there. What do you actually do off the coaching field? I presume it's something to do with electricity, perhaps. Yeah.
I'm an electrician by trade, and I'm a technician here in capital site for CBRE in City West. Brilliant. So we look after the unit, we look after the general day-to-day maintenance, running upgrades, all that type of stuff. So yeah, it's a busy place. It's a busy place. We've got contractors in all the time, so it's all day, every day. I'm in the back area because we've got guys on interfirm calls in the main office at the moment. So I'm in the switch room.
Good man. I appreciate you taking the time again, because it's a funny time of day to be calling you. And of course, the short notice as well was terrible. But lads, thanks a million. Noel, can I ask what you do with yourself off the pitch? Unless the hint in the background is you design bunting and hang it up all over the place.
No, I'm afraid I'm not capable of doing that. That's too technical for me. Myself and my two brothers have an electric. We actually sell to Jeff's sort of company. And we also have a retail lighting store called Lightfall. So that, and also my love of cars, which I'm not been in the last while. I haven't been looking at of a couple of Italian classics, and they haven't seen light of day in months now at this stage. I actually thought the season would be well over at this stage. So, but yeah, I love, and they're not expensive classics. Don't get me wrong; they're just, you know, but I just enjoy classic cars.
When will you get them out? No, when are you hoping to get them out again?
Well, sugar. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
You're all right.
Anything
can happen on a live call.
Well, it won't happen now. It's turned off.
You're lucky you said sugar, not something else. Anyway, go on.
Well, the lads in the club will probably think, or the girls in the club as well, probably go, that's not a style. He would always be a little bit more crude, but whatever. I normally take them out Saturdays and Sundays and work on them. But look, the last few months, that's just not been possible. And I'm not giving out, by the way, because we're on a fantastic journey this year.
Yeah.
We really, really are. And the effort that everyone's put in on the pitch and off the pitch has been incredible. As I said, I've been in lots of sports all over the years, and what I've encompassed over the last, say, 2 years has been incredible, absolutely incredible. It's. I remember the first night I rocked up to Broomfield. My brother, who's heavily involved in the club, just said to me one day. He said, "You need a bit of goalkeeping, coach. Would you wouldn't do, one night a week?" And it was actually for the Gaelic Mothers for Others, where I started. And of course, typical the GAA, I went up for one night and I ended up going up 4 nights a week and a Saturday. But look, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy it. And it's great fun, and and also the depth and knowledge that's within the management team of the team I'm with at the moment is phenomenal. I'm actually the second oldest. I think I'm the second oldest. And it's ironic, we're playing a team from Connacht. And there's no one from the Connacht province on the management team, but there is. We've got Paddy from Ulster, Michael from Cork, and then we've got Shane from Louth, and then the rest. There's Peter, Anthony, Declan, and myself are all from Leinster. So it's a great management team. The spirit within the camp is fantastic, and everyone enjoys going training. Hail, rain, or snow, we love it. And I said, I'm probably digressing too much here, but my love of cars is great. But you know what? This is fantastic here.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant, and to be able to showcase the matches as well. Obviously, you guys have been live twice now, but in the quarters and semis. Jeff, so how much is that ability for people who are not only attending the games, but who are not attending the games and watching at home? How has that helped to develop the interest and piqued it as we look ahead to the final now?
Like with the restrictions, obviously, on attendance in the semi-final, quarter-final, same the sales matches as well. It was limited to 400 or something. Then we got a little bit of a bonus then for the semi-final, an extra 100 or so tickets.
That's right. Yeah.
They were showing it back in the club. Like sales were sold out in hours. We were sold out in hours. The interest was brilliant. They created a great. Like clubs have been dead for the last 2 years. Like it's been horrible for empty clubs not watching games, and to have it live streamed and have a bit of the guys who can't get to games to watch it live. It just made it more inclusive, more special, especially when the girls came back and they could see family and friends that couldn't get to games because of it. It's been brilliant, and it's such a promotion for the game. And especially at junior level, and I'm sure Noel will agree at intermediate level, it's great to have the spotlight on them because they work just as hard as any senior football team, hurling team, camogie team. They put in the hours on the cold nights. They put in strength and condition. They go off by themselves. They do their own work. And for the spotlight to be shone on them and to be live games being shown, it's just been amazing for them.
Jeff, you're absolutely correct. Like the effort that's been put in, I'm sure it's across the whole sort of any team that's got to this level or to this standard. They don't do it without putting the effort in, and they deserve everything they get. Hopefully, like we obviously want to win on Sunday, but as long as we play to the best of our ability, it really doesn't matter. It really does not matter once we play to the best of our ability.
I put you in the spotlight there deliberately so we could see the background. No, it's absolutely. I mean, it just gives us an indication of the colour and excitement around the area. It must be absolutely phenomenal.
It's unbelievable. Like, well, not the match. I think it was against the Downs we played, and we were meeting in opposite the church car park when there were people just coming in and out of church, and they were asking, "What's this about? Tell us more." And the interest now it's like a snowball, just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And like everyone, like our sponsors, like Zoocar, Londis on the Yellow Walls Road, they're just phenomenal. But at the same time, the committee, both men's, ladies, the Gaelic Mothers for Others, everyone that's got involved, and all the people that support us through the matches that were streamed. So we had lots of stewards, volunteers putting up bunting around. The school opposite opened up to use toilet facilities. So look, it's a big news story, and everyone wants us to do well. And I said the shops in the village, even the clothes shops. Tony Burns has, the green and blue colours in his window, dressed up the mannequins. It's fantastic.
Super. Yeah, and just to let people know, obviously, if you can't get to the games at the weekend, they will be live streamed on the LGFA Facebook page. Jerome Quinn will be on commentary on both days and gives phenomenal coverage, not just of the games themselves, but the follow-up pieces as well, and the insights into what happens after the games as well, which is really, really important. Jeff, do you know much about Mullinahone and what's coming down the track?
Nothing. Haven't gone online and looked at their games or anything like that.
Really? Well, you're not going to tell me anyway. But go on.
No, of course we've had a look, and I'd
sure.
be fine if we say we didn't. And I'm sure they've had a good look at us as well. The great thing about modern technology, the great thing about live streaming across this last season is the fact with COVID and with games being streamed, they're online and it's easy to look at them, and we kind of the last couple of weeks we've never looked ahead. We've always looked at whatever's in front of us. When we got even out of Dublin, out of the group stage in Dublin, we looked at our next match against the Warriors, and then after that it was Clontarf, and we took it one game at a time. So coming into the final, like literally that evening after the semi-final, we just kind of had a bit of look around, and of course we've kind of looked at it and did a little bit of homework on it. And I suppose it's like anything, they're a very good team. They're very strong. They're a very good team. They're well worked. They've got good guys in the background there. So it'll be it's going to be a really tough game, entertaining game, I hope. And whatever happens, just do our very best and just leave it all out there in the field and let us hopefully it goes our way.
I know Paul Kelly, obviously, Jeff from Tipperary, their manager, and he did say to me earlier on, it was last year, keep an eye on us. I think we've a good feeling we can go a long way in this competition. And they were only, God, had even come out of the county at that stage. So, and I think many people would have probably fancied St Brendan's to beat them in the semi-final. St Brendan's a team. Game. They were intermediate semi-finalists themselves not so long ago, St Brendan. So, yeah, I'm sure you're well versed in what's coming down the tracks. And from your own point of view, Noel, in terms of the Castlebar Mitchels team that you'll face, stiff opposition as well.
Well, I don't know. I didn't look at the video.
You did. Not falling for that one again.
I'll be using my line now.
Can't believe how naive I was when Jeff said that. Go on anyway, Noel. So go on. Now's your time to talk them up anyway. Go on. What are you expecting from them?
Well, no, they're a good side. Like during the whole competition, to get to this level, every game we've played has been a step up. But we have looked at them. They're extremely strong. They're like they're 3 county players, and not only are the county players strong, but they're also the other 12 people on the pitch and our bench. It comes across as being very, very strong. So we've done our homework. We would like to think that if we play to our capabilities, we have nothing to fear. I agree with Jeff and his analysis of his match. I think we're going to be the same. It'll be tight. It'll be nip and tuck all the way through. But as I said, you know what? When we spoke about COVID there earlier, it actually gave people an opportunity because we missed quite a number of players when they had to go into isolation and stuff like that. And we were down, Niamh McAvoy for 2 games, and yet the bench stood up and played very, very well. So you know what? It created confidence with some very, very young players. And you know what? Sometimes the younger players have no nerve, and they didn't panic, and they played really, really well. And that's all we want from our team. If we get beaten, so be it. But as long as we leave nothing out there and we play to our best of our ability, that's all we can ask. And they have to enjoy it as well, because Anthony's is still basically, it's a player-led team. And that's the way we go about things. Work hard, but hopefully we come through. If we get a win, I can tell you now there'll be some celebrations in Malahide and stuff.
I'd imagine so, yeah. I mean, look, you talk about the player-led environment there. No, I can imagine when you've got players like Sinead and Kate Sullivan, Nicole, and Macker, that would be the case. You just on your good self, Noel, and look, I'd say you could talk for half an hour about the various sports you've played and everything that you've done. But you're a former International underage soccer
Schoolboy
player.
international.
Yeah,
Schoolboy
schoolboys international, and a goalkeeper of some renown back in the day, I believe.
That's a long, long time ago. A very, very long time ago. Yeah, but I was a decent goalkeeper. I had a chance to go to the UK. Didn't go in it. But anyway, that's in the history. But while I played a lot of soccer and I played at a very good level, my real love was actually basketball. And I spent a lot of time coaching basketball and playing basketball. I was playing basketball up until 10 years ago, even though it was just for fun sort of thing. But like I got on lots of coaching courses, like with the best coaches in Ireland, the likes of Danny Fulton. I went on a coaching course with Hubie Brown, the coach of New York Knicks. Wow. So like these guys, it transfers across loads of sports, and especially Gaelic. In my opinion, Gaelic has very much like a basketball court, except on a bigger scale. Because when you play, if you need to play zonal, if you need to play man-on-man, or a mixture or a hybrid, and certain times when you want to play a zonal press. So like there's lots of sort of game plays that can be transferred across from basketball to Gaelic. And vice versa, obviously, and vice versa. But yeah, like my background is originally soccer. I won a Dublin Intermediate Championship medal with Kilmore, a club that's no longer ceases to, or a club that ceases to be. So look, yeah, and I also did athletics as well. I was a jack of all trades, master of none.
You're too modest. You're too modest. Jeff, can I ask yourself, did you play a bit back in the day, or how did you get involved in this role? What's your background?
Just Judes. I've been juvenile from Judes.
Yeah, all the way through.
Been up back in a long time ago on the green, and then everyone the lads in the school played. Sean Brennan had us out back in the schoolyard in Bishop Shannon's and Bishop Galvin's. There was no slitters. There's actually just bags upon bags of 2-litre plastic bottles out on the ground. You learn your striking out of that, and in the yard in the morning before school, and then obviously started playing Gaelic as well. I was never, I was that good of a hurler, they put me in goal. But I finished probably about under 14 hurling, kind of concentrating gap, and played all the way up and all the way back down with Judes. Flirted with senior, but nothing at all major. Wasn't that good. Mostly intermediate and junior, but only finished up about two seasons ago.
Okay.
One of my best buddies, Trevor, his daughter was on the team at the time, and he asked me would I be interested in just helping coach and doing a bit of strength and conditioning. That was 4 years ago. Trevor's a manager. He kind of stepped back and asked would I take over. So I took over 3 years ago, and it's been entertaining.
Yeah,
it's been an entertaining few years.
You've never looked back. Yeah,
never looked back. It's great because I suppose I have a different view on things, but I don't have a daughter or I don't have a partner on the panel, and we have a couple of coaches on the kind of team, or two guys. They don't have any partners or daughters within the panel as well, so that creates more dialogue. And then it's been brilliant. It's been really good. It's entertaining. It's hard work. It's brilliant. I'm just delighted that we've got so far, and I'm delighted for the players and the club.
And it could have the ultimate reward on Saturday for you.
Hopefully,
guys.
Yeah. It was just it is the ultimate reward is there, and I suppose it's a mad thing, and we kind of touched on it earlier on about the effects of the club and how many people are out supporting the club and all. It's an up and down week for Judes, unfortunately.
Yes.
The ecstasy of getting to the All Ireland final. Unfortunately, we lost Susan on Saturday, late Saturday night into Sunday morning.
So sad. Absolutely heartbreaking stuff, Jeff.
She leaves two beautiful young girls, Emma and Neva, and her husband Ronan. She was an academy coach. She got involved in Judes because Ronan played for Judes. She loved it, So I suppose, as much as the will and the want to win an All Ireland final and to be there, and how special it is, we also realise that it is a game, and it's there. We play it because we love it, and there's more important things. And we wouldn't be. I suppose it'd be just nice to mention them, And all Judes send Ronan and Emma and Neva just a massive hug.
Yeah, and we echo those sentiments. It's so, so sad. We did learn of that news, Jeff, and we do plan to mark that before
That's right, yeah. Thank you.
the game gets underway on Saturday. It's the typest of thing that numbs you, because I'm a dad of three young kids, and I couldn't imagine what life would be like for them, more, without my wife. And it's so sad, and we pass on our deepest sympathies to both families you've referenced there, and we hope that God can give them the strength to carry on, Jeff. So thanks for that, and thanks for bringing that up, and we really appreciate the mention. So Noel, we'll finish with your good self. It's
Sorry, you just regarding Jackie.
Yeah,
The sentiments, what you've just said, Sylvester's would echo them big time, because you know what? At the end of the day, it is only a game.
it's a game.
That's a tragic circumstances. Tragic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose we've come through such a difficult time as well. That sport gives us some kind of solace and something to look forward to as well, guys. So we very much look forward to. I look forward to seeing you guys at the weekend. We'll see you on Saturday, Jeff, and we'll see you on Sunday, Noel, in Baltinglass and Ballinasloe, respectively. So, my great thanks today to my special guests, Jeff Kane, the manager of St Judes.
Thank you very much.
Noel McStay from St Sylvester's, and we wish you the very best in.
Best luck, Noel.
And you, Jeff, and up the Dubs.
The currentaccount.ie All Ireland Club Finals. Don't forget, folks, live on our Facebook page. Jeff and Noel, thanks a million.
Thanks.
See you now.
Cheers.